Welcome to Season 12 of the Social Work Rants podcast, providing an inside look of the social work mental health profession. Social work being political, the struggles of social work entrepreneurship, the intersectionality of mental health and finances as it relates to social work and society as a whole. Let's get it. Hope you enjoy. Hello, social workers, mental health professionals, and change agents. Welcome to another episode of the Social Work Rants podcast. I'm your host, Bash Moreno. Saludos a todos. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in wherever you are watching or listening to the podcast. I appreciate all the love and support. Gracias a todos por su apoyo. Continue to follow the podcast on Instagram at the Social Work Rants podcast. That is all one word. Uh, like, share, leave comments, download episodes. If you're a visual person, subscribe to the YouTube channel, type in the Social Work Rants podcast on YouTube, hit that red subscribe button, and join all the fun, all the memes, good conversation, good guests. This is episode 266, I believe. So I'm losing count. I'm just trying to get to 300. But consistency and getting good feedback from y'all and educating you guys on mental health, social work, finances, caregiver struggles, what other social work professionals are struggling with, business owners, um, struggling with their businesses because in the past, social work schools don't teach us how to market or promote, get clients, all the things related to business. So we have these conversations on the podcast. Before I get started on this today's topic or this week's topic, first, happy Pride Month to those who celebrate. Shout out to all of you. Also, it is June is Men's Mental Health Month. To all the men, please go to therapy. Has firsthand experience. It has definitely been beneficial for me. Going to therapy almost 3 years now. Time goes so fast. I think it's like the fall would be like 3 years. So definitely has helped because your body will shut down on you if you don't get the help that you need. It's okay not to be okay, but get the help that you need. Now call 988. Um, if you have a therapist, contact your therapist. If you have a psychiatrist, contact your psychiatrist. And that goes for anybody for out of the country, listeners and viewers, whatever your emergency phone number is. If it's an emergency, mental health emergency, call that number. In the U.S. is 911. Go to the nearest emergency room, get the help that you need. And on that topic, we're going to talk about men's mental health, kick off the month and go right into it. So, uh, I'm not a big hockey person, especially if I'm a casual New York Rangers fan. Growing up living in New York, the Rangers, uh, the 1994 team, will always have a special place in my heart from winning the Stanley Cup. The very next year, the New Jersey Devils, one of the Rangers' rivals, made the Stanley Cup finals and won the championship. And one of the premier players or stars from that team, Claude Lemieux, uh, completed suicide most recently within the last couple of weeks, almost as of this recording, almost like at least a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Was surprisingly about that was he actually appeared at a NHL playoff game at Montreal. He used to play for the Montreal Canadiens, and I believe he won the Stanley Cup there too. Um, and you just days later, he completed suicide. So um, And like you, obviously, when somebody has suicidal thoughts, you're not going to see on their face, or written on their forehead, "Hey, I'm suicidal," like, or anything like that. Um, but it does bring to the attention of four times. This is according to CDC from 2023. Four times the amount of men in the U.S. that are more likely to die by suicide than women. Is suicide, as of 2023, was the second leading cause of death for men under 45. Um, and I actually had a friend of mine complete suicide back in 2014, and that was a complete shock for me, considering I had spoken to him. His name was Ernest. Just a couple of days before uh, he, committed suicide, shooting himself in his car. So, and it happens, every day. As I'll continue with the statistics here. 41.6% of men have, with a reported mental health illness that actually receive treatment, and compared to 56.9% of women. This is from 2025 NIH organization. So, like I said, men, please go to therapy. Um, Men, go get your physicals. Go get your, if you're 45 and over, get your prostates checked. There's a blood test now. You don't have to put the finger unless medically necessary. Up your butt, for a lack of better terminology. Um, and which I saw on the View just this week. Dr. Jill Biden talking about President Biden, that she found it shocking that he got diagnosed with cancer, and they didn't do the blood test because U.S. What you call it, like he was too old to like do the guidelines to get the prostate exam done, like the blood test done. Like you're too old, and then he ends up getting cancer. And according to what Dr. Joe Biden said on the View, like he's like the cancer is in his bones, and he's doing all right. But it's all you had to do is like get a blood test done, and they didn't do it. So definitely get yourselves checked out, um, mentally, physically. Just please get it done. Um, it is three times more likely. Continue with the statistics here. More likely for men to become dependent on alcohol and or substances than their female counterparts. This is from the NIAAA back as of 2023. So obviously, there's folks with co-occurring, disorders, having mental health and substance use. So I've worked with those individuals, both male and females. But alcohol is easily accessible. I know where I live at, there's like, alcohol, like liquor stores within minutes of each other. So it's easily accessible. And I know younger folks are cutting back on the alcohol, but it's easily accessible. Um, Alcohol addiction is no joke. If you read Latinx and Social Work, uh, Volume 2, I talk all about that. So is no joke. Um, but yeah, three times more likely is not really surprising, but the numbers are definitely startling. In 2023, 27.7% of males of high school students report feelings of persistent sadness or hopelessness, and another 14.1% seriously considered unaliving themselves. This is according to the CDC in 2024. Um, Yet things are getting harder. Everything's going up except the check. We got gas prices going up, food pricing going up, inflation is going crazy. So things are really tough out there, and resources are getting cut for high school students. I know, like there's plenty of stuff, at least where I live at, up to age 12, like 13 to 15 range. There's not much to do where I live at. So, and boys and girls clubs and all these different things that kids could do, summer youth jobs, those type of things always get cut. So there's trickle down effects as to why these statistics are so high as it is. Surprising statistic here: uh, eating disorders will affect an estimated 6.6 million males in the U.S. at some point in their lives, but are much less likely to be assessed, diagnosed, or treated because eating disorders are still strongly viewed as a quote unquote women's issue. This is according to the NEDA. Recently, this year, 2026, 6.6 million. That is an crazy number to say the least. And that goes to show you the mindset shift that needs to happen in this country, that we have to assess for literally like everything. This goes to medical professionals as well. Um, Obviously, mental health is not a gender issue. It, you know, if you need help, the suicide hotline, call 988, call 911. If you always go online, there's great therapists. There's so many males in the field now doing therapy. Um, Psychology Today, like the Latinx therapists, just just do Google research. No, don't use chat or any of these AI therapists. Actually, see somebody, talk to somebody, a real life human being. Um, don't self-diagnose yourself. Definitely go seek a professional for treatment. So, and again, rest in peace to Claude Lemieux. Uh, Rest in peace, my friend Ernest. And to if you lost somebody due to suicide, condolences to you. It is a tough topic. I still think about my friend every once in a blue. Recently, I did a talk late last year to a group of young men and talking about my friend Ernest. We had a mental health conversation, and knowing somebody who completed suicide is definitely hits different, to say the least. So uh, get the help. It's okay not to be okay, but definitely get the help that you need. And on that note, take care, y'all. Peace.